Good morning, everyone.
Yeah, good morning, Kate. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I hope you are too.
Yeah,
And I hope you're enjoying your weekend.
honestly, I'm just even at the basketball court now. So I'm
Oh
just trying
my.
to I'm joining very quickly so I can go I can go back home to
Oh
do
my. Wow, that's part of the journey. And it will be worth it. It will definitely be worth it. Yeah. So I don't know. You're just two here.
I think
Oh,
I'm
three
just
actually.
introducing
We're
myself and
three. Okay, two.
Adiza
I
is
don't
here
know
too.
if we should give like a few minutes for others to join. Though I don't
Wow.
really want to entertain the habit of late coming. That's why I wanted to start by 11. But I know there are circumstances that could stop the person from joining. So
I
let's
think we
see.
should address that in class today. So by next week
Yeah.
we won't be waiting for some other
Yes,
students to
that's
join.
what I'm thinking too. All right. Yeah. So let's see, let's give them about 5 minutes. If after 5 minutes we have more people, fine. If we don't, we'll still continue with our class. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Like this dey play TV but him son lanky like this, him son lanky. Him dey good but now they wan pay am $13,000. Abeg you dat guy if he come here, if he play 3 games, he go sit down. Dat 3 games, he no fit even draw for you 30 points for each other.
Please, if you have friends or people that you talk to within the group, you can always just reach out to them. I don't know, maybe some of them have forgotten, or yeah, that's why I placed a call, but only like 4 people joined, I guess. So please, let's try and see. I think we have just 1 more minute. After that, I'm going to start. Welcome to those joining now. We're just waiting for a few more people to join before we can kick off. Thank you. All right, it's time. So yeah, a wonderful morning to all of you, and yeah, I don't know if I should say Happy New Week because it's already at the end of the week, but yeah, still the same. So I hope you all are enjoying your weekend and you had a blessed week. I don't know how was work, how is the family, how is everything with all of you? I hope no one faced any challenge during the week. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much. We had a wonderful week.
Yeah.
Some of us are still
Okay,
trying to
great.
catch up with resting and stuff like that. But at least we thank God for life, you know. Every day
Thank you,
we
thank
keep
you.
pushing.
All right, that's great. That's nice to know. All right, so yeah, this week is nothing different from last. Oh, actually, it is. It's going to be more exciting. That's what I can say. Last week we were touching base. We were doing the foundation. We're only learning the words. Now we're going to how how does this happen, and yeah, so when we're experimenting, sorry, we're um just learning about the foundations of AI, how to apply the formulas and all to it to real life scenarios. We did a little of that last week, and that was to lay a foundation for today's class. Even the assessment I gave to you, I must say I was very, very impressed. Like I couldn't even react to a lot to the remaining ones, but I went through all of them. Though I experienced some trying to view some of the posts. I think some of you have took the it was restricting me for some of the posts, and yeah, I think that was the only issue I had, but I was able to see some other posts, and I saw your logos, you shared them on the WhatsApp group, and I was very, very impressed. Well done to all of you. Our winners our winners will be announced after this class on the WhatsApp group. Yes, the top three submissions that we had. So the criteria is the best posts. If possible, it will be an advantage if you have like high engagement on your posts, and your tags, how you tagged Apexium, and then the quality of your logo. Yes, how it relates to branding. So well, these are the criteria. So uh, we will be moving on to our class today, which focuses on branding using AI in graphic design specifically. Um, Let me quickly share my screen. Can you see my screen? As usual, I would love it if we are interactive. You were very interactive last week. I would appreciate it if you're even more. I would love that. Emojis, whenever you need to unmute your mic, please unmute your mic as well. Please, for those of you that just joined us, we're very interactive, we're conversational. There's no big or small here. We are all the same. You understand? We're learning from each other, and so yeah, today is very interesting because we're learning about AI powered brand identity and graphic design. Now, this is a very interesting topic because based on the submissions I saw, I noticed that some of you already have existing businesses, and that baffled me. I was like, okay, great. The right people are using these tools. Why do I say that? Most people who require brand identity right now are people who own businesses. Do you understand? There are people who are into sales, making sales, selling services or products. Yes, they are the ones that require these services the most when it comes to brand identity. And the second set of people will be probably influencers, public personalities, people like yes, celebrities. Yes, but the first users would be business owners, because for a business owner, their brand is everything. It's an image, it's a reflection of who they are. It's an identity for them. It is how people know them, what people know them for. That is what a brand is. And for some of us that are even into our own personal business, like our own say, let's say design studios and any, yeah, not, you're not necessarily into the sales of products, you're rendering services, it still applies to you. A brand is an identity for everyone. And that's why most people emphasize on getting a personal brand, or branding yourself as a person. Now, let me give you a perfect example. Water is everywhere. Everyone agrees with me. Or water is everywhere. You can go to a lake, you can go to a river, you can even go to the gutter now, and there's water. You understand? You can find water practically everywhere. But now, you putting that water in a plastic bottle with your name and colors, contact details, and yeah, that is you changing that, making a product out of it. Sorry, you're making a product out of it. And what has made it a product? It is through the branding. Branding is supposed to make you stand out from everyone else. That is why it's very important. It's your identity. Just like you would have your ID card anytime you're going to school, or probably you're going to a conference and you need a means of identification, you need to show your card. And your card is what, separates you from every other person. Or for some of you that have tags, you see that your tag is saying a different thing from another person. So that separates you from the crowd. I hope you understand. That's what branding is. And for you to be able to apply AI in your branding requires a lot. Why? Because AI, like I said in the last class, is about, it gives generic outputs by default. So everything that you're going to have purely depends on your prompts. And that's why you have to understand how to create good prompts, specific prompts, and quality prompts. Yes, so we've discussed that in the last class. We're just going to buttress more on that point in this class today. So sorry, let me just quickly start recording the class. Was it recording already? Okay, it's recording already. So yes, now let me. Okay, so I hope you can all see my screen. I'm trying to, yeah, so that I don't mess it up. Are we good? Hello, can you all hear me? Oh, thank you. You see, that's why I said emojis. I was about to go off the call now. Please, thank you. Yes, I please. So you people should bring that energy that I brought last week. It gingered me so much, and I was so happy. Yeah, if you ginger me much, Seth, I'll want to bring out more. So you push it. It's your emojis now that will determine that. So yes, AI powered branding, identity, and graphic design week 2. So we're learning about how to generate brand assets using AI. So you're not just picking one aspect of that brand identity, is a set, like brand identity set for a specific brand. Yes. So today we're going to understand why a visual system is important, because if you want to have a successful business, you need a visual system. A visual system is going to make you recognizable wherever people see any of your products, whether it's on Instagram, it's on a website, a business card, or a billboard. And that's what we're going to build today. So the next thing we'll be discussing is that logo is not a brand. Now, I know when I was saying logo, most of you were already thinking about logo. That's how it is. We always, when people talk about branding, logo is the first thing that comes to mind. But logo is just one aspect of it. It's just a single component. It is not the entire thing. It is more of a like starting line. And you know what? That is what I was trying to do when I gave you that as an assignment. Understand how we are going to, develop that into an actual system. So now, many new designers assume that logo is the finish line, but it's not. It's the starting line, because while a logo is just a symbol, a brand is the complete experience that people have with your business everywhere they encounter it. So the logo is a single symbol that people will recognize. It's the front door. It leads people to your brand, but it's only one part. Just like you have like the front door of your house, or let's say the gate. Now the gate is only one part. It's not your house. You can only lead people to your house, but we have different compartments. We have the kitchen, we have the bedroom, we have the parlor, and other places that you must move through before you can actually say, okay, I've seen the house. But just standing by the gate is not enough. You only see the exterior view, and that doesn't make the entire experience. You have to see everything for you to say, okay, yes, I've had 100% experience with this house. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So what does a brand consist of? You can see colors and color system, typography and fonts. Typography and fonts, photography, imagery, the voice or messaging tone, personality and values, all those things. Now you're looking at this brand as if it's a human being. Yes, most times when I'm giving people this lecture, I always say, look, imagine that your product is a human being, just like you are. You understand? You have this signature, maybe dress style that you always use. You're someone who uses maybe that kind of Aisha Buhari's turban, or you use that, I don't know, is it fangele everywhere you go? That's a brand. Most people that you see dressing weird, out of the ordinary, that is what their brand is. They just want people to have that familiarity, to attach something to them, so that anywhere they see them, they know, oh, even by just looking at their back, maybe just looking at them from a distance, they know, oh, this is this person. I can see the fangele, I can see the color combination or something. This is the person. So for you to have a brand, you must be recognizable. Well, we're going to talk about that in the next slide. But for now, let's see an example, which is Coca-Cola. Now, when you see Coca-Cola, you're not just looking at the logo, no. I bet some of you don't even, like, it has become so normal for you that just by looking at the shape of the bottle, you know that's Coke. Come on, even if you are sleeping. Because most people's obsession with Coke in Nigeria is another thing on its own. Yeah, so it's even their taste is part of their brand. You're looking at the color, yes, the font, the bottle shape, and then that happiness that you take when it's chill. when you down a full bottle of Coke. Now that is the entire brand because it's an experience completely. Now, what makes a strong brand? Like I said, this is what I said we're going to discuss here. Now, a strong brand is more recognized than just their logos. Why? Because their colors, their photography, their layout and tone all work in harmony, so that even when the logo isn't there, you still know exactly what you're looking at. This is what it is. Companies like Google have done that. They have a very strong branding. And that's why sometimes you just blindly, you can just open a Google product without even looking at the logo, just maybe by the feel or maybe some wordings, their tone of messaging and all, you know that you're using a Google product. Even Duolingo, I don't know how many of you use Duolingo or if you've opened it at least once. There's something that they do that makes them stand out. There's it lies in their email marketing. It's very brutal. Why do I say so? Because Duolingo can tell you, you think you said, maybe if you set a goal from the beginning saying, I want to learn Spanish because I'll be going to Spain next month, and that is my goal, my target goal. I want to be able to learn it in less than a month. Duolingo, if you're slacking off a bit, Duolingo will send you an email and say, so you think you're going to Spain with this attitude of yours? I'm telling you, it's real because I've seen it. And sometimes it makes me feel so, I'll be like, what have I done to this Duolingo? But it's part of their messaging. You see, this is Duolingo. Now, anyone that sees that kind of message usually will associate it with Duolingo because that is their style of messaging. So it's not even just about the color. The tone, like I said, and messaging also contribute to a complete brand. I hope I'm communicating. Please let me know if I'm communicating. Thank you, Hadiza. Yeah. So thank you, Keziah. A strong brand has to be recognizable. It has to be consistent. It has to be memorable. And the main thing is that it must be built for its audience. You're not building it just because you want to look good only. It's because it must appeal to your audience, because those are your customers. Those are your customers. Those are the people that you're selling to. Now, what do you mean by recognizable? You want it to be instantly identifiable across every platform and medium, just like the examples I gave now. You can just, without looking twice, you can understand that, okay, this is for this company. Like Wema Bank now. Please, can you please mute your mic, sorry. Zainab, please mic. Thank you. So yeah, back to page. So yeah, it must be instantly identifiable across every platform and medium. Just like I stated earlier with the examples. Coke, Google, Apple, please, Apple, which other ones? Can someone give me examples of brands, guys? Give me examples. All right, no problem, Zainab, I understand. So give me examples of brands, please, that once you see them, you know, okay, they are easily recognizable. Should I start calling names? Why people so cold today? Is it the weather? Or is it because we haven't started using prompts yet? Because I know that's like the fun part of this. Thank you, Micro Manner. That's, yeah. I know, like, you speaking about this, right? Do you know what color comes to my head? Blue and yellow. Am I right, Zainab? Because that is their color. If I'm not, and this is something, thank you. This is something that I've seen I've not seen in a while. It's, I don't think but because of that familiarity, yes. McDonald's, when you say McDonald's, you're thinking red and yellow. Am I correct? It's red and yellow, yes, with the big M. This is what I'm talking about. This is now is an established brand, a strong brand. You can imagine me just thinking about this without just talking about it without thinking twice. There's this bank, Wema. I think it's Wema Bank. They have this thing is always purple. I think their primary color is purple, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Anytime I see purple thing, any purple color, and it's talking about a bank, I instantly think about them. Wema. They went against, I won't say against, they did something different. Most banks usually settle for red, blue, then maybe yellow, but they went off the hook. They went to purple instead. So that makes them stand out most of the time. And yeah, Coca-Cola definitely, yeah, Coca-Cola is like an OG when it comes to branding, because the kind of efforts they put into their branding is out of this world. So if I removed any of these logos from an advert, but I kept the style, the clean and minimal, right? You will still know that these are the brands. Because strong brands are recognized much more than their logos. It's what people see is their colors, photography, layouts, and tone. They all harmonize, they all work together. That's what makes a strong brand. So consistency, you must have the same visual language appearing everywhere, every time, using the same colors, their primary colors. And I don't think Coke has ever used any other color aside their red and white. That is, yeah. And there are times where they will be tempted to use, maybe for marketing purposes, they use different colors, but that's different. Even if you add other colors, probably maybe the flag of Nigeria, I know the flag of Nigeria has green and white, yeah, you're still having, that one is going to act more like an accent color and not the main color. So that's how it's supposed to be. You shouldn't take the identity away from the brand. Photography, what kind of photos do they use? One thing I know about Coca-Cola is that they like to use very, very creative images, in the sense that they apply negative spacing so much. Negative spacing, you can go and check online and just say Coca-Cola Coca-Cola's negative spacing use, and you will see how they use negative spacing in their design. It's very, very creative. Now, it must be memorable, just like I did now. I remembered Micromana, McDonald's, and the rest. It should leave a lasting impression, because that's what is going to stick with your audience. First impression equals last impression. Always like that. Like, make it look like, okay, if this person sees this brand today, they might not see it tomorrow, but it should stick in their head. This is the kind of mindset you should have. It will help you to always make things that will, last longer and will leave a lasting impression. Now, like I said, built for its audience, yes, it should be designed specifically for the people that you want to reach. Now, for each of these brands that we've mentioned, they have their target audience. I think Coca-Cola has a wider range of audience, though, because both old and young, everybody is taking Coke. Everybody is taking Coke. I've seen old mother. In fact, I don't know. I think it's the mothers that take Coke. Coke. I don't want to say it's for the mothers. It's just maybe in Nigeria that I've seen this, but I don't know what's the obsession with Coke. But you will see mothers taking in 5 bottles in a day, and it's a normal thing for them. Oh. But they are part of the audience. Coke has a large number of a vast range of people that it's speaking to, but it's also I think it's also speaks mainly to the youth, because their style of design and everything, their branding, it communicates clearly to the young ones more. Yeah, even with their advert, you can see how it is. It's always trending adverts. You're using Gen Zs, or people that maybe even celebrities. So it should be built for its audience. That's what makes a strong brand. Now, the next one is the building blocks. We've already talked about what makes a strong brand. Now, what are the building blocks? Those things that if you don't see them in the brand, then a brand is not complete. Sorry. So now, your brand is like a house. Initially, I said it's like a human being, great, or it's also like a house. Because everything that I've given as an example right now has layers. Now, if we are going to think of a brand as a house, then you think of the logo as the front door, like I said. But definitely you need to have walls, you need to have windows, furniture, and a roof. So every element must work together to create a cohesive, recognizable identity. Now, what are those building blocks? The first one, your logo, like I said, is the front door logo. The second one is the color palette. The third one, typography. The fourth one is photography style. The fifth one is graphics and icons. And then the sixth one is design style. Now, your logo is the primary mark. That is your brand mark. It's what your audience is going to use to as a symbol for your brand. And then the color palette is just a defined set of colors that evoke the right emotions from your audience. And then the typography, font pairings that reflect your brand's personality. If you're playful, if your tone is playful, your personality of your brand is playful, your font should reflect that. You should have playful fonts. And where do playful fonts fall? What typeface? You talk about things like script fonts, display fonts. We're going to see more of that later. Fourth one is the photography style, of course. A consistent visual approach to images and photography. Yes. Are you going to adapt Vogue's style of imagery? Is that what you want to use for your photography style? All those things are what make up the brand identity. Then the fifth one, even something as little as graphics and your icons. Yes. I think Google, when it comes to icons, Google, they excel in that. I don't know if you have noticed, but Google Meet, all of those sub-products of Google, right? They have all changed their icons. Have you noticed that? Who has noticed that? Who has noticed that? Google. They've changed their icons, their Meet icons. They've changed their what do you call it? Google Slides, Google Sheets, Google what else? No, they've changed a lot of things. You haven't noticed that. You haven't noticed it. Even this Meet was not this yellow video call icon. Yeah, it had green on it, green, yellow, and the colors of Google. But now it's yellow, right? Okay, I think it's only Tahir that is in my class. So he's the only one that's been giving me. Okay, now Hafsa, thank you. Okay, Hadi. Okay, thank you. Okay, people want me to ask you for this. Wow. If you want me to beg you for these emojis, it's fine. Well, let's move on to the next part of the notes. Yeah, we talked about the building blocks. Now let's see color psychology. We are treating this as a single entity because color is very important. Oh my, I used to wonder how people that used to say, we use black and white TV. We didn't have all these colors and the rest. Now black and white is also a color too, yes. And imagine if the whole environment, real life, was black and white, just like the TV, how would it have been? It would, at least they could see colors around them, so it wasn't that bad. But imagine the way that they are seeing it on TV, black and white. That's how they were human beings, black and white. But just like we're seeing colors, that's how they also used to see colors then. The only thing was the projection on TV. Or imagine a world without color at all. Because even black and white is a color, truth be told. So, okay, Zainab said something. Based on my understanding, brand means color used for the company in their log. In their log? What do you mean by log? Can you unmute your mic and explain? Okay, logo. Yes. Brand. Now, you see, I don't know if you were with us in the beginning. I differentiated them. Logo is just is a component of branding. It's just one thing. It's not the entire thing. You can have a logo and then you don't have a brand. A logo is just a symbol. It's a symbol, but it doesn't say anything about the personality of your brand. It doesn't say anything about the messaging, your photography style. Imagine just using your logo and you don't use images. You don't use you don't have what do you call it? a style of talking to your customers, to your audience. It doesn't make any sense if you don't even have like graphics and icons. It's half. You're just talking about half of the brand. So logo is just a symbol. Like I said, it's just the front door. And branding is not just about colors. I hope you understand. Colors are just part of the branding, the building block. Sorry. I hope you understand that, Zainab. All right, thank you. So color psychology is very important. Why? Because colors communicate before people read a single word. Yes, very important. When you want to evoke emotions from your audience, the best thing to use is colors. It's colors. Because it communicates before you read a single word. Imagine if my slide was completely red. Everything here, even with the text and all, you understand, you're going to feel a bit of, like, I don't know, you're going to feel a bit threatened. Not because you're seeing knives or anything. No. But because that's red, there's a psychology that's attached to red. Now, when you want to choose colors for your brand, right, you have to choose how the colors that can shape how your audience will feel about your brand. Now, what do I mean? If you are someone who is into environmental and health products, definitely what you're going to use is green. You can, if you like, you can use any other color. I'm not saying that people are not free to, you can use, but if you want to evoke the right emotion from your audience, then you have to use a color that reflects who you are and what you do. Yes, it should not be just about your personal preference. Yes, my favorite color is blue. Before you know it, everything in your application is now blue. And you're not doing banking app, but you want blue. Blue will now be everywhere in everything you do. Or you are somebody that likes yellow, empty, and everywhere you go, you want to apply yellow in everything that you do. And you don't necessarily need yellow. Or yellow is not going to speak about your brand. So now let's see, these are the major ones. There are other colors. And I think that's why it's very important to learn about color psychology. It's a psychology because it speaks to your brain. It's receptive. Whatever your eye sees, you know that the eye has a long tube that connects to the brain directly, just like our other sensory organs, our ears too. So anything that the eye sees is what is going to send to the head. If it sees something that poses as a threat, it's going to send signals to the brain, and the brain is going to register that. So you see, it's just, you think of it as you trying to speak to your brain through your eyes. So now, blue is associated with trust, reliability, professionalism, and that's why banks and tech companies use them a lot, especially that trust effect. When we're talking about banks, we're talking about trust. Trust is the main thing, in fact, if not the only thing when it comes to banking, because you're entrusting them with something, your assets, your money, your millions are there. So they have to really gain your trust. Imagine having a bank that is just red everywhere. Even they themselves, they'll be scared of opening their own app. You understand? So your color should reflect, to evoke the right emotion from your audience, and it should reflect the kind of message that you're trying to pass, or the kind of mood that you want your audience to have. Now, green is associated with growth, nature, and wellness, and it is ideal for environmental and health brands. Therefore, red, anything that requires energy, passion, or urgency, anything that will create excitement and drive action, then you're talking about red. Now, with this association, what am I saying? Association of red, right? What kind of brand do you think can use red? What kind of brand do you think can use red? Let's talk. Red. What kind of brand can use red? If you can't unmute, you can type it in the chat box. Think. I want you to think quickly. There's a reason why we have to understand all these things before we talk to AI, because you are commanding AI. If you don't know what you are doing, what are you going to give to your AI? You understand? It's just like the topic that you're teaching before you put it out there, before you explain it to people. So I can see people leaving comments. Okay, let's see. Okay, Zainab said fashion and designers, especially ladies. Red, entertainment industry. Okay. E-commerce, emergency service. No, I've never even thought about it. E-commerce for urgency and action. Well, red will not be the best color, but I think it can be used. Entertainment industry, on the other hand, yes, I think red can be used for entertainment industry because we're talking about excitement, energy. Fashion designers, right? Fashion and design, sorry, especially for ladies. Okay. This one too, I think it works, but I think the best one is an emergency service, something like a reporting app. So I like all these perceptions that you have. Okay, Rukaya is raising her hand. Do you have something to say? Go on. Hello, Rukaya, your hands are up. Okay.
I think that was a mistake.
Okay. All right, that's fine. All right. Then the fourth one is yellow. Yellow is for optimism, creativity, warmth, and it grabs the attention of the audience and makes people feel approachable. I think I've heard somewhere that when you want to, especially for kids, if you're dealing with kid stuff, if you're going to walk into a room full of kids, right, it's always good to wear yellow because it brings this warmth and you just look like a ray of sunshine, literally. I know that is it orange or yellow that is the color of the sun. I'm always conflicted with whether it's orange or yellow. Sometimes I don't know, but the two of them are like they are used interchangeably, whether it's orange or yellow. I think orange is more concentrated. I think it's more in-depth than yellow. Yellow is more light and yes. So these are the associations of these colors. Now black. No, let me hold on with black. Let me go to white. White reflects simplicity, clarity, and minimalism. Anytime you want to have like clean modern space, right? We always go for white. White, minimalism, simplicity, and clarity. Clarity because it's pure. It's a pure color. It's a neutral color. So anything, most times when you want to use either light tones or dark tones, the best thing to use is white color. I think interior decoration, those who are into interior services, they usually use white. They use white a lot in their services. Yes. Then black now. Black, let me use the Nigerian, if I was a Nigerian mother or a Nigerian person and I see black, the first thing that's going to come to my head is bad luck. It's unfortunate, but this is how colors are being perceived. Now, in other countries, say red now, right? It's associated with luck in China, in Asia. And that's why during their New Year festival, they always use red. I don't know if you've noticed, if you're someone who is into international stuff, you would understand what I'm saying, or if you've even watched their movies. Now white here in Nigeria is used in weddings, in celebration of life and so on, even birthdays. Anything that is that has a clean a pure vibe, or would I say, anything to just show purity. We use white here in Nigeria, in Africa. But over there in Asia, it's used for mourning. Indians, they use white when someone loses his life. In China, it's the same thing. So you see, knowing color psychology is very important so that you know when to apply what. It's not enough that you know the different meanings, the associations of these colors. Now, how do you apply them? Where to apply them? These are things that you take note of. So black here might be associated with mourning and though some people are starting to understand that it's just a myth. when you see black and you're just having bad vibes about it. Yeah, because me personally, I'm someone that even likes black. I like other colors too, but black is also very nice. Like it's for luxury, sophistication, and anything that is like giving that premium feel. Any kind of high-end brand uses black. You know about Adidas. You've heard of Adidas, Nike. There are some jewelry brands too that use it. Yes. So black is for luxury, sophistication, and to give a premium feel. So these are the major ones. There are other colors. I think I want you to do that research on your own. Check for the psychology of different colors, but these are the major ones that are being used, and these are their associations, how they are applied and what they mean. Now, the next one is typography. We've talked about color. Now, what is typography? Typography has personality. I want you to have this in your head. Always, it should be like a motto. Typography has personality. Typography has personality. Now, why? Because these fonts that you see that look like just pure text, right? They influence how people perceive your brand just as powerfully as colors do. And that's why they work hand in hand. You can't use colors without text, and you can't use text without colors. So you've picked the right color. You need to pick the right typeface, because that typeface is going to now reinforce your message. So the wrong one is going to kill the one that you've already established with the color. The two of them are supposed to enhance themselves. Like they should be like catalysts for themselves. So the color should help the text to thrive, and then the text should help the color to thrive too. That's how it works. So what are those 4 major typefaces that we have? I hope you know the difference between a font and a typeface. Or let me assume that you don't. A font is a variant of a typeface. Now, a typeface is a family of fonts. Let me use an example to explain this. We know I know most of us here use Microsoft Word. Or if not Microsoft Word, we've used a tool that requires the usage of fonts. So we've seen fonts like Arial, Calibri, Montserrat, Poppins, Inter, Roboto, and so on. Now, all those fonts that you're seeing, they are known as typefaces. They are known as typefaces. So they fall under a category of 2, 3, 4 major types of typefaces, but they are typefaces because they're a family of fonts. Now, the Arial Black, Arial Regular, Arial Italic, Arial Bold, all those now are fonts because they have different features. So Arial Regular that you see there is a font on its own. No? It's not the Arial in the Arial itself, the entire Arial umbrella that is the font. It is those variations, the regular, the bold, and the rest of the variations that are actually the font. If you have for Montserrat, it's the same thing. Montserrat is a typeface, is a family of the font. Then Montserrat Bold is a font on its own. Because if you notice, when you're using them, you can see that they look different. That's why most times when designers are picking fonts, they don't really have to pick more than one. Some play it safe. They don't use more than one font, right? They use one font and then they keep reducing the weight. So for the headline, they'll use the bold one, and then for the subtitle, they'll use the regular one. It's now going to look like 2 different fonts, but it's not. It's just that they have different attributes. Sorry, it's going to look like it's 2 typefaces. My bad, 2 typefaces, but they are actually different fonts because of their weights, their attributes, and maybe their styling. You know, for italics now, it's bent compared to a regular font. So that's what the difference between typeface and font is. Now, what are those typefaces? We have serif, sans serif, script, and display. Now, serif is the oldest because it gives more of this traditional vibe, this classic vibe from days of old. You know how when people are writing with their pen, feather pen, that's fountain pen, not fountain pen, feather pen, that's people in all these epic movies use. They'll be writing with their ink and all. That's an example. Those are serif fonts. That's where they were birthed from. So serif, they convey things like heritage and trust. Any kind of luxury fashion house that you can think of always uses a serif font. even law firms and established institutions, even newspaper, all these publishing firms, they use it too. Yes, you can see newspaper firms like Guardian Trust, Daily Trust. Is it Guardian Trust? Is there any? Yeah, I think, yeah, something like that. Sorry, I don't really read newspapers. But yeah, all those fonts that they use maybe for the headlines and the rest, those are under serif fonts. So they have this authoritative feel, traditional and elegant. Then for sans serif, they are the ones that we use that most tech people use now. All those modern fonts like Poppins, the Montserrat I spoke about, Inter, Roboto, and anyone that feels short and sharp. I always say short and sharp, yes. Anyone that is modern, clean, approachable, and then short and sharp is a sans serif font. Sans serif fonts, they feel contemporary, meaning modern, and they are accessible. They are usually used by tech startups, lifestyle brands, and digital first companies. Because the goal is they want it to look modern. They don't need to have any exaggerated feel at the edges. So one way you can differentiate them is that, serif, when you're talking about elegant fonts, they always have these exaggerated edges. Maybe if it's the A is supposed to be plain A, then they will go to the edge of the A, the second line, and then they will roll it in a spiral line. That's that is what I'm trying to say. So for the scripts, there's scripts falls on the artistic side. It's mostly used by creatives. Yes, script fonts they add a human and handcrafted touch. They are great for creative professionals, boutiques, and personal brands. Yes, hey, Nigerians have used these script fonts. If you want to do any kind of logo there's a time that they were using this gold plates. I've forgotten the name of that logo. That one where they'll put it in a mock-up, they'll put it on the wall like it's on wood. Every tailor was using it, especially tailors. They use that thing as if it was like an epidemic. Anywhere you enter, you see it. Everybody was now looking the same. So I've seen it personally, boutiques and yes, tailors, fashion designers, they use it a lot. They use that kind of font a lot because, well, it's actually good. But then most people were losing their touch because everybody was starting to look the same. I'm not saying it's bad, but people were not, they were using the same kind of display and yeah, the same method of putting phone numbers under the logo and everything. But yeah, that is an example of the script fonts that I'm talking about. You see it also has this, it looks cursive. I think calligraphy falls under scripts. Yes, script font. Yes, it falls under that script font. That's why I said it has this handcrafted touch. It feels like someone actually took their time to draw it. It feels like an art, like a painting. For those of you that have seen calligraphy, you understand what I'm talking about. Yes. Then the fourth one is display. Display fonts are mostly bold, attention-grabbing, and unique. They are used to make a statement. So most of these display fonts are used for headlines and key brand moments. Yes, if you want to probably do a banner or a poster, a display font is one of the best things to use. I think of it as a more bold or in-depth sans serif, because some of them are also short and sharp, but you see that their fonts also look like paintings. They look like a work of art on their own. You can even use them to create logos. Display fonts, you can use them to create logos. Those logos that you don't really need to use brand marks. Maybe you just want to use text. You use display font for that. Now let's see, there are examples though for you to see. This is an example of each of them. For the first one, this one here, this is an example of a serif font. You can see that the edges, this is what I was talking about, the exaggerated edges by the side. So the name of the typeface is Domain, and then the category is serif. So this one at the top is probably the Domain bold. That's if it has variations, right? There are some fonts that don't have those variations. They don't have bold, they are just a single font. That's okay. But this one, let's imagine that maybe this is the bold one. You can see that it looks like it's a different font from the ones underneath it. So what is still a serif font and the typeface is doming. The other ones are now the font. Now the second one is the sans serif. Sorry. Is the sans serif. This is the sans serif. Can you see how short and sharp they look? It doesn't have any exaggerated edge. It's just, yeah, short and sharp, like I said. Right? Then this third one is our is our script font. You can see how the edge looks. It's even looking like it's like writing another, it's combining another letter to the A. So most times this is what we use. You know that script font is what we use for our signature. That's why it looks handcrafted. Yes, it's mostly used for our signature, our hand, our natural drawing, should I say skill? Yeah, so this is an example of a script font. And then the last one is an example of a display font. I hope you all can see what I'm trying to show you. And you understand the differences now, right? Good. So yeah, that one. How can AI help us when it comes to brand identity? We've established this fact. We said AI is our creative partner. It's our creative partner because it helps us to accelerate ideation, to explore options, and then generate concepts all in seconds. The main aim is to reduce delivery time and to increase productivity. So it's our creative partner and not the decision maker. You are the decision maker, and that's why you're learning all these principles. You're understanding what it requires for you to get an output from AI. So you're commanding it. Never forget, you are instructing it, you're commanding it. And whatever you do whatever you get, should solely depend on what you've given AI as an input. So AI can help build your brand by brainstorming ideas. Yes, very well. I use it to brainstorm ideas, especially when I'm experiencing probably a creative block, when I don't know what other idea to work on, or I'm just, yes, I just want to just have like a second opinion. I use AI. I use it to generate things like brand directions, mood boards, and any kind of creative concept. Then the second one is AI can help you to generate color palettes, definitely. You see, these are the building blocks that we spoke about. All those building blocks we spoke about, AI can actually help you to do that. It helps you to brainstorm ideas, the ideation stage, and then it helps you also to generate color palettes. You need to understand the combinations that match your brand's emotion and audience. And for you, you've already understood that. The next thing is for AI to help you to generate those color palettes, just to reduce time, not because you don't know what you're doing. The third one is it's that it helps recommend font pairings. Yes, that one is normal now. Just because AI is recommending font pairings, it doesn't mean that you have lost your identity as a designer. No. At the end of the day, you are also going to go over that and check, is this tallying with what I want? Let me tell you how you can know that you're actually a good designer. Most times when you prompt AI, if you're someone that will immediately go with what AI says from the beginning, right, without having a second chat, like another chat following up, asking for more clarity or something, then maybe you are like, say, 50% dependent on AI. Because your prompts, yes, I know your prompts can be very, very good that you won't need to ask twice, yeah, but you still need to go over some things. You still need to go over some things. But people that will have chats back to back asking for more clarity about something, they usually end up being the best prompters, those that are going to get the best output, because they are not just depending on what AI has given, they are also trying to understand it, and they are giving their own input. You understand? So people go the extra mile and say, AI, see, I want to, this is who I am. this, let me tell you who I am. I'm someone that doesn't like nonsense. I don't like when customers talk back at me. But I also don't want to shout at them when I'm speaking back. You understand? Say you're looking for copies now that you want to write. You're telling AI the kind of person you are. So whatever it's planned, let's say AI was already planning to create something, maybe from your first point, you say create something for me, this, and then you now counter it with another prompt, say, this is who I am. AI will drop what it knows, so it will drop it and say, I know, I don't know this woman. No, this is what she's telling me is the truth. Let me go and work on what she has said. And you know, AI is like a puppy. When you say, AI, you are mad, AI will say, yes. Is there anything else I can help you with? That's how it is. I'm just trying to tell you that everything actually depends on what you give, your input. So the fourth one is generate images and copy. Yeah, that's what it helps us to do. It helps us generate images and copy, just like you did now with your logos. Yes, what you submitted, your copies, your images, you use AI for that. Though I'm interested in knowing how most of you came up with your logos, because you didn't use the fonts the prompts that we used. I could see from the style of your design. We did a one-liner logo, or some of you went the extra mile and you were using full flat vector icons, and that's good. So the fifth one is that it helps to generate social media concepts. If you want to build a content calendar, you want to build captions, or even default comments, reply to comments, you can use AI to do that. If you want to even create visual layout for any platform, you can use AI for that. These are the 5 major ways AI can help to build your brand. Now, the next one is designing marketing materials now. So every design that you create should feel like it belongs to the same brand, because if someone sees maybe your Instagram post today and your website tomorrow, the colors, the fonts and style should make the connection instantly obvious. Like I said, if you go to Coca-Cola's website now, you know there's Coca-Cola. Nobody has to tell you. If from their imagery alone, you know, without even looking at their logo, you would know. So everything needs to feel connected. I hope you understand. So like on Instagram, and if it's Instagram and Facebook, you have an example of things that you can create. You can use your brand colors and font in every post, your stories, and then reels to have a cohesive read. If it's on LinkedIn, which is the professional one, you can maintain a polished and consistent look that reflects your brand's credibility and voice. No, we're talking about these platforms because they are 2 different things. LinkedIn is a professional site, is a professional platform, sorry. So you won't treat it the same way that you treat Instagram and Facebook. Facebook is more of a social media. It's more of would I say, what's the word to use? It's just more of, yeah, connecting. No, not connecting. There's a word, sorry, it has slipped my head. But yeah, it's more playful. Let me say it's more playful than LinkedIn. It's more for entertainment. Good. It's for entertainment compared to LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a professional platform. And then we have for flyers and posters, you can apply your brand system to print materials, the things that you're going to maybe hand out to people, whether it's even your maybe stationaries, books, if it's for batches, tote bags, any kind of maybe campaign material, you can apply your colors to those things too. Then for websites, which is the digital aspect, your digital home should be the fullest expression of your complete brand identity. Yes, it is a complete expression, a full expression of your complete brand identity. Yes. So these are design marketing materials, sorry. And then what are brand guidelines? How many of you have heard of the word brand guidelines before? For those of you that have done, say, that have handled projects before, right? I think you will be very familiar with this word, because most companies, when you're giving them their deliverables as a designer, you have to hand out the brand guidelines, because you are not the only one who will be working in the company. Definitely, what you're there to do is to create a guide that people are going to use. People like the developers, the marketers, and yeah, anyone within the company. So brand guidelines are more like an instruction manual for a brand. So whether you're designing everything yourself, you're working with a team, it ensures that everyone follows the same visual rules, meaning even yourself, if you're the only one in your team, you're the only one handling your brand guideline is going to help you to, work systematically. You will have to use the same visual rules. It keeps your brand consistent across every touch point. So what are the things that you include in a brand guideline? 1, your logo and its usage rules. 2, primary and secondary color codes. 3, approved font pairings. 4, brand personality and voice. And then 5, photography and image style. This is everything that we spoke about for the building blocks. It has to be inside your brand guideline. So why it matters is because a brand guideline, it helps you to make informed decisions. Instead of you to be guessing, okay, which one will be best for this? You already have something that has been worked on, that has been selected, has been carefully curated for that brand. So you don't have to be guessing. All the time that you spend guessing, trying to pick the color has been eliminated because there's a brand guide available. It ensures that every person who creates content for your brand, whether you're there or not, if there's someone who is going to do something for the brand in the future, they will have something to use that represents the brand the same way that you want it to be represented. Sometimes it's a 1-page guide, and sometimes it's even 4 pages, 5 pages, depending on what you need to deliver. So the main aim of that brand guide is just to maintain consistency and to build recognition over time. I hope you understand. I think let me show you an example of a brand guide. Let's say Apexium's brand guideline. Let me show you so that you can see a real example of a brand guideline for those of you that haven't seen it. So I like to assume that most people haven't seen something. Please, even if you have, you're going to learn something new, definitely. Yeah. So let me quickly share my screen. So, okay. Can you see my screen? Has it changed or am I? Oh, okay. Let's see. Okay. It's refusing to share the screen. I don't know why. The window. But can you see? Is anything displayed on my screen? There is. Hello. Is anything displaying? Okay. Is it the notes? Is it still the notes displaying on my screen? Oh, okay. Great. Okay. I think there's that. I'll share. Maybe I can share this later. I just wanted to give you I wanted to show you an example, a real life example, but that's fine. Let's continue. So now that's all for the theoretical part. Now we are here, the main part where you guys get all gingered and excited. So yes, we are going to use AI because that's why it's here now. We have to use it. From beginning, I told you that the topic is AI for brand, it's AI powered brand identity and graphic design. So let's see how we're going to build a complete brand with AI today. Yes. So now the first step is that we're going to define our brand. Remember, I told you that we have to understand what the brand is. We're going to act like there's no existing brand. I mean, it's a new brand that we're starting, right? And then we're going to do everything from the beginning. Now, I'll quickly come here and my ChatGPT is on. What are the tools that we'll be using? I wanted us to use Canva AI, but it's a premium version. So I think that one is going to hold. It's not necessary. We're going to you should just know that you can use Canva AI. Canva AI can be used to create designs. Obviously, it's a design platform, so definitely the AI will help with that. So we have things like Microsoft Designer. How many of you have heard of that? There's Adobe Firefly, but I took it out because it's not free. You can use it on free trial, but I think there are some things that you can do with a less expensive platform than, yeah. So Coolors, I think Coolors too. Coolors is for color palette, and then Font Joy is for font pairings. Yeah, so we're going to take this step by step. Now, this is the sample prompt. We've learned about prompting. By now, I know you people are, from what you've been giving me now, I'm seeing you all as professionals. Let me not lie to you. You understand the technique of prompting now. Now, let's see a very simple sample prompt for defining our brand, for getting our brand personality. Now, what we're going to tell AI is, I'm building a personal brand. Take note of this. If you're with your AI there, you can even type it in. Let's do it together. Call dash dash dash. You're going to insert whatever you want to there. Everyone is going to do it individually. I am a dash 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 targeting dash dash audience. Help me create a brand personality by suggesting 1, 5 brand values, 1, 5 brand values, 2, 3 personality traits, 3, a 1-sentence brand mission, 4, a 1-sentence brand vision, and 5 descriptive keywords that represent my brand. You can see that it's helping us with our brand personality, our brand keywords, mission statements, and then design direction. Don't worry, you're going to understand why we are doing this, because we're going to keep building on the same thing. Now, I'm going to drop this message in the group. Sorry, this prompt in the group. Let me see, so that everyone can get it. Hope we are together. All right, great. Thank you so much, Hadiza and Tahir, Hafsat. Okay, everyone is active. Thank you. I knew it. This AI prompting, this is you people's best parts. You just want to see AI working. I understand. So yes, then this thing, we're going to take it one by one. So check your WhatsApp, our group. I've sent a sample there. Anyone who can copy it. No, we don't. It's already 12:14. I don't want us to waste time. We have a lot to do. So we are going to just go ahead. So I'm going to share my screen now. My ChatGPT. So are we all together? Can you see? I'm on ChatGPT. Are we together? Okay, thank you, Usman. Who else? Who else is here? Suleiman, have you seen the prompt? If you okay, all right. Let's see, who are the people in the call again? Mary, that's Ruth, right? If I'm not mistaken. Or is the okay, Ruth and Mary? Sorry, they are two different people. I hope you all, I've not heard anything from you. I hope you all are here. Ruth, Mary, and
yeah.
Okay. Hi, Ruth. I
Good
know.
morning, ma.
Good morning. Welcome. All right. Aisha, I hope Aisha is with us. Okay, she has been giving me thumbs up. And okay, Kizaya to Zainab. All right. Zainab, hope your network is not keeping you behind. So we're going to put this. Let me copy this. Okay, I can see that some of you have seen the prompt already. Okay, great. I was waiting for you to do that so that we can be on the same track. I prefer it when you do it while I'm doing it, because it sticks better. That way you can also try out different things. So we have our prompt now. I'm building a personal brand called, I'm going to call it, what am I going to do now? Let's see which kind of business we want. Hmm. Okay, I want it to be a sustainable brand that deals with sustainable packaging products. Say, I don't know, eco something is always let me just use eco package. Yes, I am a um packaging pack I'm a packaging would I say packaging expert? What do they call them? Yes, I'm a packaging expert targeting those who use packages. This word, what's this kind of front? What do you call people who create packages? Let me ask Google. Who use packaging? Who use create packages? Okay. It's package designer now, if I'm not yes, I was right. Package designer. Good. So I'm a package designer. But okay, good. Let's see package designer. Yes, yes, yes. I'm a package designer slash engineer. Just doing it for anyone that was targeting brands, targeting businesses, yes, who use packages, businesses and women. Help me create a brand personality by suggesting 5 this. Okay, so I've done this, I've highlighted it. Now let's wait and see the results. Oh wow, I can see that Tahir has already gotten his own. Wow, beautiful. Agro, brand values. Good. Great. Someone is raising their hand, right? Go ahead. Who is raising their hand? You can go ahead and speak. Okay, there's a message. Okay. My not visible from you. Okay, can you all see my screen? Is that my screen? I don't know. Is it from my end? Hello, am I back? Can you all see my screen now? Okay. Has dropped his own. I don't know if more people are dropping. Okay, yes. So I've seen this is mine. If it doesn't butter you up, who will? So because it immediately communicates both sustainability and packaging. Since you're targeting businesses and brands, your brand should feel expert, innovative, rather than overly playful. Is what I gave it. And let's see what Claude AI will give us. AI is that unapologetically it gives you like, yeah, it's feedback. It will give you, it's like criticisms, constructive criticism, which is one thing that I think you need, at least so that if there's something that you're doing wrong, your AI should also be able to like suggest corrections. It shouldn't be just accept what you give, so that even if you're giving something wrong, it shouldn't affect your output. So now I'm going to try, let's see on cloud, though ChatGPT is going to be our main tool, but let's just see how these tools differ. Most times when I want constructive criticism, what I do is I go to Claude and yeah. But when it comes to logos and rest, I can't use Claude. I prefer to use Chat GPT. And because of its limits, Claude has higher limits than ChatGPT. So let me quickly share my screen. Claude. We've seen what ChatGPT can do. Now, there are so many AI tools that we can use. You can use Microsoft Designer, Microsoft Copilot. You can use Gemini. So I always like to test the waters. I go around. I can put the same prompt on all of the tools and pick the best. They are at our disposal, so we use them. Yes, the main aim is for you to get a quality output. So I am putting this in Claude. Let's see what comes back to me. Yes. And I'm using Sonnet 5. I didn't change the model. Okay. So now that I'm seeing what Claude is giving me, is also accepting what I gave it. So it's not saying anything about what if I say give an unbiased opinion on the branding. I just added this now. Let's see what it's going to do. Good. You see now it's telling me the honest take on the branding. This one thing if I do this on chat, it's still not going to give me something direct. But you see, Claude, it doesn't care about your feelings. Yeah, like it's going to tell you the truth, whether you like it or not, whether it's bitter or sweet. So now Claude is saying, after it has finished giving me everything, no, I scrolled and I saw honest take on the branding. So everything is good, but now it will give me the truth because I asked. The name Echo Package is functional but generic. I just wrote it down. It's descriptive rather than distinctive. Now that's why I said when it comes to ideation and all these copies, writing, content writing, right? Claude is the best tool to use. There are already dozens of Echo. You remember when I was even trying to speak the name, I was like, I'll have to use Echo again. There are already dozens of Echo something packaging companies. So you risk blending. So if you want to stand out, the best thing to do is to put your prompt in Claude. You risk blending into a crowded field where every competitor claims the same echo territory. A few things to consider is that the name does the positioning for you, but not the differentiation. So you are positioned in the ecosystem, but it's not differentiating you from the other brands. And you know that if you want your brand to stand out, come on, you have to be distinct. That's why some people will go for that. Like those people that used to say all this Edison and Co. Aisha Ventures. There are so many Aishas. Like there are names that they are everywhere. So you using that thing is just going, it's not going to make you stand out. You're just blending in with people. And then that's why most people wonder why their brand is not working. Sometimes it's just even the name. You understand? It's when somebody wants to even write, maybe they want to save your contact on their phone. You see, they write Aisha Luxury 2, Aisha Luxury 3, because there are so many Aisha Luxury. Do you understand? If you're even going to use your name, most times some people even use their tribal name because it's not something that you find everywhere. For now, before it becomes popular, you understand? This being distinct is very, very important when it comes to branding. Like I told you, there's water everywhere, but the moment you put it in a bottle, you put a label to it, that is what makes a brand. It makes a product. I hope you understand. So now let's go back. We've seen what Claude can do, but our major tool is going to be ChatGPT. So I'm going to go back to ChatGPT because every other thing that we're going to create is going to be in relation to what we've already asked ChatGPT. We want it to be stored in the memory. So back to our chat. Some of you have dropped your results on the group. Great. Now let's see. ChatGPT loves the eco package. Yeah. So what are the brand values? Now it said the brand values will be sustainability, of course. Designing packaging that reduces environmental impact without sacrificing performance, innovation, quality, partnership, integrity. These are the things we'll be working with. And then what is our brand personality? What are the traits? We are going to be innovative, professional, and purpose-driven. The brand's mission is to help businesses create innovative, sustainable packaging that protects products, strengthens brands, and respects the environment. The vision is to become a trusted leader in sustainable packaging design, inspiring brands to build a greener future through smarter packaging solutions. What are our keywords? Of course, sustainable, innovative, functional, reliable, creative. So what is the overall brand personality? Eco package, if eco package were a person, it will be a forward-thinking packaging engineer who blends creativity with technical expertise, helping businesses to build memorable brands through smart, sustainable, and high-performance packaging. So this personality positions you, me, as more than a designer. I've become like a strategic partner who is going to help brands. I'm working with those brands for their packaging and also their market impact. Now we've gotten our brand personality, right? Now let's move on to the next. The next thing here, based on the slides I showed you, the second one, we've already defined our brand, right? Now the second one is to generate a color palette. Now there are two ways we can do it with that. We can either use any of these AI generating tools, or we can use Hulos. Hulos is also, it has its AI, it has an AI, I think, assistant, right? Yeah, that helps with that generates color. So I don't know, let's use the two. We'll use ChatGPT to continue with the branding, and then we'll also try colors, or I'll leave you to try colors on your own, just for your own personal use. But for now, let's focus on one system so that everything will blend and work. We'll build on everything in the same place. So now this is going to be the sample prompt. We're going to say, I told you we're building on the same thing. So we'll say, based on this personality traits, right? We're saying we're working with what you just gave us. So suggest, based on this personality, oh, sorry, my spelling. These personality traits, which is what are the traits he gave us? Innovative, professional, and purpose-driven. Based on these traits, we have to remind it again before I forget. Based on this innovative, sorry, what am I saying? Based on this personality traits, suggest what? Primary color, secondary color, accent color, and background color and text color. So let me copy this prompt again and drop it on the group. But people can type this very fast now, right? Can you see my screen, please? Okay, thank you. Everyone was quiet. Does anybody have any question to ask before we proceed? Please, I want us to move together. Let's move together. Is anyone lost? Okay. So if you are with me, please thumbs up, thumbs up. Thank you. Let me see. Hadiza, okay. Mushtaba, okay. Hafsa, Aisha, Rukaya. Good. Hawa. Where's Kizaya? Ruth, Mary. Good. Okay. Great, great, great. Nafisa too has joined us. Okay. Great. So let me quickly, I've dropped it there, the prompts. So let's quickly do this. Can you see this? It said, for Eco Package, the color palette should communicate innovation, trust, sustainability, and professionalism. Instead of relying on bright eco green alone, pairing green with deep blue and warm neutrals create a more premium business to business feel. Now let's see, for the primary one, this it even gave us the hexadecimal value. It gave us the reason why it fits. Same thing with the secondary accents, background, and text colors. Everything is in the table. We've gotten everything now. Okay, recording will help because I lost reception at the point. Okay, that's fine because you're going to get the recording. That's not an issue. I'm sorry about them. Okay. I think me too. I went off. Yeah, but okay. So we've gotten this. Did anybody try this? Did anybody else try this? Tahir, have you done the second part? Okay, Mary has. All right. Okay. So we've already done that. Explain why each color. Yeah, we've already done that. Then the second one is, the third step now is for us to choose our typography. Now, for this typography, right, I want to show you a tool. I don't know, maybe some of you have heard about it, but I'll show you a tool. Though I'm still going to use ChatGPT. I'm giving you different options so that you can work with anything. You actually can do anything with all of these tools that are available. Honestly, the workload can be reduced. The aim, remember, is not to make you lazy. You're supposed to use it as a creative partner, as an assistant even, to help increase your productivity. Don't rely heavily on it. You're taking your knowledge to it. Yes. So I'm going to show you this example. It's called Font Joy. Font Joy helps you to generate font pairings. If you have a font and maybe you want to use more than one font, because the standard number of fonts you use, right, is 3 fonts per design. That's the standard. Anything more than that is you playing with fire. And some, like I said, will play it safe by just staying on using one font or even maybe 2 fonts. But if you're someone who is going to use more than one, of course, you would need to understand how to pair fonts. You can't just pick any kind of font and place them together. Just like putting two different people with different personalities in the same room. You have to put those that you know can work together, can tolerate each other. Yes, or one that complements the other person. Or if you put two angry people in a place, definitely you want the house to come down. Or if you put someone who is too extravagant or something like that, I'm just trying to explain the font pairing to you, then it won't work. So you have to know the right kind of font to use with another font. So I'll share this quickly before we continue with our prompt. Font pairing made simple. Yeah, this is it. This is Font Joy. It's called Font Joy. This is where you can, you know, Peer fonts. That's all it's for here. You can see it's very intuitive. When immediately you open it, it's a website, fontjoy.com. Let me drop it on the chat box for you guys to see. Fontjoy.com. So it's used for pairing fonts. Immediately you open the platform, this is all you see. Very nice. I like the fact that they are not making too much noise. Once you but there's a place I think you open your account, yes, but I already have an account, so it automatically logged me in. Now you can see that there's a default pairing here. We have Montserrat here and we have Laura. Now Montserrat is going to act as our primary font, which is what is here already. Font pairing made simple. If you have two fonts that you're not, if you have one font, like I said, and you want to know what will work with it, right? What you're going to do is to come here and put it. But before you do that, there's this lever here, this slide, this here, that helps you to make some customizations before you generate. So if you're looking for balanced contrast, fonts that have balanced contrast, you leave it here. But if you're looking for more contrast, you are going to put it here. That's for the pairing. If you want high contrast, you drag it here. But if you want more similarity, fonts that are similar to each other, then you know what to do. You have to move it to the right. But if you want them to contrast more or in a balanced way, it all depends on how you move this slider. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? I hope it's not confusing. Okay, great. So we come here before we click on generate. You come here. If you have Montserrat and sorry, click here, sorry, and then you can search for the fonts. You can search for like a font, any font that is similar to Montserrat 700. You can see the vast number of fonts that are similar to it. Do you understand? So you come here after you've put this, right? Sorry. No, it seems to have a glitch because I want to change it, the font, and it's not allowing me to. But that's fine. If you want to, yes, you click here and type. If you have a font that you want to change, maybe you want for this top, the one at the top, the primary one, you want to change it, you can search for the font. Maybe you say Lato, or you pick any of these fonts that are here. Any of these fonts, you can pick any of the fonts here that maybe you want to use as a primary one, right? Say this one. Let's see. Which one will we pick? Let's go with this one, right? I'm going to pick this one and it's going to change. If you know the fonts already and you just want to be sure, if you know the two fonts that you want to pair, you can put them here to test. But if you don't know, you leave the default one and then come here after you've made a change, you generate. Now it's going to give you a font that pairs according to what you gave it, balance contrast. So you see this font now at the top is what aligns with this one here. That's what they're trying to say. So if you want more contrast, high contrast, if you generate again, you're going to see. Do you understand? If you want more similar, you drag it here, you see that the fonts that will be generated will look similar. You see, they're not the same, but they look similar. This one is Lieber Franklin. What? Let me see. 800. Let's see. 800, because I said similar, it now gave me the exact same thing. You understand? So if I move it to, let's say, more similarity, it won't be too much. To give me something close to it, or not exactly the same. You can see it overpass. Do you understand what I'm trying to say now? So this way you can pair your fonts and then pick it and use. I hope you get me. This is one way. Another way, sorry, of doing it instead of just asking AI. I hope it's clear. It's very intuitive, the platform, so you don't need too many technicalities for you to understand how to use it. So let's go back to our ChatGPT and finish up quickly. It's almost time. Yeah. So now the next font, we've already done colors. Now wait, I told you we'll keep building on it. Everything has to be structured though. Sometimes we tend to break the loop by asking questions. Can you all see my screen? Kizaya said it's blank. Is it me? Wait, I don't, sorry, I'm kind of confused. The thumbs up, is it because you can't see my screen or because you can? If someone can unmute, please tell me.
We can see it. It's probably her network.
Oh my. Desire, please try. Maybe you should try logging in again or something. Uh, I don't like this because it will pull her back. But let's see. But thank God the recording is going to be shared, so you can always go back to it. But for now, what we are going to do is to create the hero image. That's the third one. I mean, is it the fourth? We've already done 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is the fourth thing now that we're going to do. We're going to generate the brand image. We want to create visual assets for the brand. So what we're going to say is we'll create a realistic hero image for a young Nigerian. It's not going to be like this, because what I'm doing, this echo package I'm doing, this is a sample. So what I'm going to say is I have to pick something that aligns perfectly with this brand I'm talking about. So what kind of image should I create? Oh yeah, now designers, I want you now. You people should suggest to me. You can type it in the text box. What kind of image can represent this brand that is about sustainability, that's about brand packaging, eco package? Please, we need one image of a person that's going to help us reflect this brand. So tell me, how can we describe this quickly based on what you've been taught to? You can type it in the chat box. I'm already writing a guide. Nobody is giving me any idea. I need suggestions. What kind of image would reflect that in packaging? So let's see. For a young, I won't say, okay, yeah, let's say a young Nigerian entrepreneur holding an eco-friendly. Or do you know what we'll do? Instead of asking it giving it, we can say generate a realistic hero image for a young Nigerian. Okay, I can see Mustafa giving us. Okay, great. Thank you for this. Let me add it. Thank you. Thank you. I've added that. Then a realistic holding a sustainable, I won't say holding a branded package. I just have to research now to see eco packages, types of eco package. They call them really okay. There's one I know about this one. I was even there when the person got a grant for it. This mushroom mycelium packaging. I've heard of it. Okay, no, not mushroom. This one, mushroom is a research I did actually. There's one again. There's this paper one, corrugated paper. That's the one I know. The other one is a. So let's see. Inkly. Should I say marketplace? Let me say in a Nigerian. Okay, in a marketplace. Let's just leave it. It doesn't have to be that. We can refine it later. So let's see. You know, images take time to. Yeah. Oh my. Okay. So have to switch. Oh my God. Sorry, I am using. I picked temporary chat, so it's not going to work here. See, it even refined the prompt for me. So let me copy it. Thank you. I didn't ask it to, but it helped me. So you know what? You would not. I put clean workspace with laptop and notebook. You see, it's even pointing it out to me. It was contradicting because I said marketplace and I put this here. So I'll have to change that. So what I'm going to do now, and God, I made a big mistake. What am I going to do? So let me open a new chat and get the image. It's not going to ruin anything for now, I guess. Or is it? Oh, my things are gone. Oh my God. I made a mistake. I used temporary chat all this while, so all my work is gone. It's not saved. Yes, that's fine. Thank God we can do it quickly. My goodness. This is... Thank you, thank you. It happens. How did I miss this? No, using temporary chat means you're not going to save it. You're not going to save your history. So I lost everything. So I'm going to get it one. Thank you, everyone. Oh, you are so nice. Thank you. I'll just quickly do it. Oh, no, it's fine. I'll just thank God I sent the prompt and I already know what I'm supposed to do. I'm just going to, yeah, I'm going to come here and use the right thing. Echo package. Name. What did I even say here? Packaging designer / engineer. Targeting businesses and brands that use that package their products. So let's see what this is going to give me quickly. Okay, good. It's giving me backwards. I asked for initially. Then now, personality traits, yes. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Let's see what. Yeah, I think it's still giving me the same thing. That's the second one. You see, now we're getting back on track. I'm done with the first two steps. Now, is the typography, sorry, we're supposed to do, you guys didn't remind me, it's typography before the image. Where I was just trying to show you how to pair the fonts using other tools, but we're supposed to get the typography. Thank God. We're going to use the typography, get typography first, and then we will do the image, the third one. So now we're going to say, good. Okay, this makes more sense. The third one, if we want to leave it to AI to suggest, we'll give it a prompt like so. Recommend a Google font pairing for a modern techno. No, we know we'll change this because it's not for a modern technology. So Google font pairing for this brand. You see, now that it's saved, we can now always refer to it as this brand because it now has a good amount of information for this particular brand. So recommend, I don't need to say Google fonts, let's say font pairing for this brand. You can go ahead and say that reflects its personality trait. This is you going the extra mile. So let's go ahead and do this. I'll be sharing these two. If you want, you can write the name of the brand or the specific kind of font. Or yes, just tweak it the way you see fit. Are we together? I hope I haven't lost you all in the course of doing this. Are we still together? All right. Thank you so much for your patience and understanding. I'm grateful. So yes, we've gotten our font pairing with the for echo package. You see, because of the reference we use, I said this. For echo package, I would recommend a pairing that feels modern, engineered, premium, and approachable. Since you're targeting businesses, your typography should build confidence while showcasing innovation. So what is it giving us? Space Grotesque. I know this. It's a sans serif font. Personality, innovative, confident, and modern, close to what we want. Space Grotesque has a geometric technical field that reflects engineering and precision without looking cold. It communicates that echo package is forward thinking and design led. Best used for logo, word mark, blah blah blah, all these things here. And then the body font is Inter. It's paired it for us. Yes. And then what else again? Why they work together? Okay. Everything is here. We have what we need. Now we're going to get our image. Yes. Everything has been built on. Let's get our. Remember, ChatGPT suggested a prompt. It's very long, but I'm going to send it to all of you. I'm going to send it to the group so that you understand. And you can apply it, you can tweak it however you want. Okay. I'll drop the fonts on the group. So let's see. Moment of truth. What our prompt is going to give us, whether it's going to give us a man with 6 fingers or not. So let's see. And now this is going to take time. But while this is loading, what's going to be the next thing? The next thing is going to be, we've done the brand image. Now we're going to generate a marketing copy. Yes, you need to have a promotional caption. You use ChatGPT to create a marketing copy, something promotional that you can use. Yes. So how do we do that? You can say, write a short promotional caption for this brand, this, or you can say my brand, however you want to. Let's see what it's going to give us. Oh my God. Oh, yeah, it looks okay to me. But then what we have, well, it's what we asked for. She's the one managing her business and she has a modern workspace. That's the blend we asked for. So you can see this, right? Can you all see what we got? So you can tweak it. You can even change her attire, whatever you want her to wear. And you see it's looking plain because we've not added the brand yet. These are images that we use. This is the style of imagery we're trying to get. This is what we're trying to see. Then the next one is, don't worry, I will not, they're telling me I'm out of image. Yeah, don't worry, I'm not using it. The next thing now is to write a promotional caption for my brand. See, we're building on everything that we have here. So what is the tone? Do you remember we asked ChatGPT for our tone, the brand personality, right? Let's go and see the personality traits. If you even have it in your head, fine. So let's go back and see the traits. Let's see. Innovative, this. Who combines, who helps. So let's see what it should be. First, the tone should be friendly. And confident. Audience, business owners. Business and keep it under 60 words. We're cutting down the size and then what to include. Include a strong call to action. Write a short promotional caption for this brand. For this brand. You can say my brand, but let's work with this. It's going to refer us to our echo package. Okay, it's 1 o'clock. We have to round up quickly. So it's going to sound, how do you want to sound? Do you want to sound friendly and confident? Yes, definitely. Friendly because you want to win people over, and then confident because you want to get their trust. These are businesses that are making probably millions, or they're even making thousands, wherever they are making money, and they're going to entrust you with their identity. So you're going to either make or break their brand. So you definitely have to sound confident. Now, we have this very short thing. You see, everything is not restricted to this only. You can tweak it as you want. This is just to show you the structure of how things are done. You have to put the what, the who, and why anytime you're structuring your prompt, because that is what is going to determine your output. You see, short and sharp. I like to use that word. Your packaging is the first impression your customers take home. Make it count with sustainable premium designs that protect your product and elevate your brand. Ready to package smarter and stand out. Let's create packaging your customers remember. Send a message today. Like, isn't that nice? I think this is good. This is very good. You can tweak it, like I said. You keep tweaking it, refining it until you get the best one. So if we carry this thing now and go to Claude, it's going to still be the same. It's going to be a different output too, but you're still going to get a solid one. So prompting. Now we're gradually reaching the end. The next one is to create a social media flyer. Though they've told me I'm out of images, I cannot create images right now because of the limit. I'm going to drop the prompts. Though this is for Canva AI, but we can use it on ChatGPT too, or refine it however you want. We're going to create a flyer for this brand, right? This is going to be our activity in the class. We're going to drop it for me in our group. Sorry. Create a clean Instagram I'm sorry, I said emotional promotional layout for this brand. For this brand. I'm coming. This is how it's going to look. I'm dropping it in the group right now. This is how the prompt is going to look. It's a clean Instagram promotional layout for this brand. Style, you put plenty of white space, rounded shapes, bold typography, professional layouts, leave space for logo. You know it's a template. So if we are going to write, if we have all the details right now, then we'll put it specifically. But now we're creating a template. That's what we're saying. We should leave space for logo, headline, call to action, and image. Do you get the idea? This is what we're trying to do. I hope I haven't lost you guys. Are you there? Let me try my luck and see what it's going to tell me. Yeah. Let's see if they will allow me. Oh, you see, I've hit the limit. I'm not using the premium one. I don't really use ChatGPT that much. Like, oh, but it's fine. Let's leave it there. When we come back in 12 hours and 35 minutes, I will share what I got with you guys. But I'm going to put. I've sent. Oh, Tahir, did you see what Tahir sent to the group? This is nice. I love it. I can't wait to see people's designs. So please generate them and send them to the group. Please. Let's know if it works for everyone, you know, and what changes you've made, what someone can learn from your own prompts. Please. That's the idea of this. So I think we've reached the end. So after you're done with everything, what you're going to do is you check your colors consistent when across the branding, the fonts that are used maybe for the flyer. Does the design look balanced? Is the message easy to understand? Does it look professional? And once you've done that, then you can now easily, you know, you can easily say, yes, you've created a brand asset. You have a brand identity now. So this brings us to the end of today's session. I know we stayed 5 minutes extra, unlike the last time, but it was for a good cause. So that stayed till the end. It really means a lot. Thank you so much, and I know that you will be the ones to benefit the most from this. Yes, for staying till the end. So thank you so much for tuning in, for being patient despite all of the limitations. But all right. Yeah, Ruth, you can go ahead.
Okay, ma. Thank you so much for a wonderful class today. But ma,
Thank
all
you.
through, I think yes, I had glitches. I had network glitch, so I could not I was not able to capture all that you taught. So ma, please I don't know if you could get the recording, please.
No, definitely it will be shared. The recording will be shared after each class. Yeah, though not I
Okay,
won't
thank
be sending it after each
okay, thank you very
this
much,
one.
ma.
No problem. No problem. Yes. So is there does anyone person have anything to say or ask? Let me know. And sorry, please, if there are any submissions, I really don't. Yeah, please always add your names to any submissions. I forgot to ask the last time. I was struggling to get your full names because some of the names you use on your WhatsApp, they are probably like nicknames or yes. So please attach your names to any submission that will ask for your full names. And yeah, let me just be able to add to have a name to all of the WhatsApp accounts that are active on the group. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful day remaining, yeah, for the remaining hours. Yes, I hope you enjoyed the rest of your weekend, and I look forward to seeing you guys already for next week. It's getting more and more interesting. And I'll drop your assignments, and of course the winners of the giveaway. And I want you all to know this: the winners of the giveaway is not, well, what the people we picked are not like, it's a criteria we followed and we picked them. But I'm telling you, it was a tough one, especially for the graphics department, because I didn't like your designs were all amazing. Honestly, they were all amazing. It's just probably in the post that some people did not get it right and all. So that's the only thing. But all your designs are amazing. I promise you that they are all amazing, and I'm not just saying it. We've talked about it, and I've reviewed all of them. They are beautiful. So thank you so much, and keep doing great things, guys. Bye. Take care. Yeah, thank you. Oh, you're wonderful too. Thank you. Bye. Thank you, everyone.